Good morning, Britain.
Morning.
People begging on Britain's streets. Among the targets of the government's big crackdown on crime. Consider full-time when you've got full-time constituents who you need to be serving. But yes, cabinet ministers at the same time is trying to look after their constituents. And
what
fun for the Labour Party.
Now that, you know,
And I don't think you would begrudge people real-life experience, which, as you say, of the issues that they are then discussing in detail. Unport them, or there aren't enough police. Or that people are as worried about antisocial behaviour, and I'm not dismissing it. Attacks young people, particularly a number of these young people who might be targeted under antisocial behaviour, young people being victims. Some people feel like burglary has been decriminalised. It's hard to get a police officer out to your house if you've I mean, mugging feels like it's effectively been decriminalised in some streets, certainly around the area that I live in. So it's all very well to announce a new initiative against antisocial behaviour. What about the actual crime that's happening right now beyond a bit before I got to the street?
Well, you would, but
terrible indictment of our police in the wake of that report. Back to refilling those numbers.
Many of them.
Good morning, Britain. It has just gone 6 o'clock. Welcome to the programme. Also this morning, we are talking about MPs and whether they should have consultants' jobs, whether they should have second jobs, whether they should be paid £10,000 a day extra to do extra work, particularly when it's for a made-up company and they are duped by a campaign group called Led by Donkeys.
very funny scam, that. But actually, you were making the point in our pre-programme discussions, actually, quite a few MPs do have second jobs. They're called cabinet posts. They're actually doing two jobs, aren't they?
They are.
Completely separate from their constituency work. Because
a lot of people think, don't get distracted by a really important other job that most people would...
And what about MPs who fall... There's a really good example. Does that not plug...
...is for the Conservatives who works as in Parliament.
Having said that, they're not earning... What was the... Hancock said he wouldn't get out of bed for anything less than £10,000 a day. Good grief.
Kwasi Kwarteng, former Chancellor, formerly in charge of our economy, initially... Well, I think we've got a little bit.
I'll show the clip.
Shall we have a look? Here we go.
It's a very Diane Abbott moment, isn't it, really? Remember Diane Abbott getting terribly confused about police pay? I mean, just completely mixing it all up.
Yeah, I thought those things were quite significant, wouldn't you, if you're dealing with spreadsheets?
It's a very funny scam, that.
Well, you say it's funny. I think a lot of people are very concerned about it. I mean, we're inundated with comments, and the question this morning is, would you ban MPs from even considering taking on a daily rate, whether that's in dollars or pounds? Tracy, yes, if they're being paid 10 grand a day, some people don't get that a year. For goodness sake, some people are so greedy. Adam says, increase the wages of MPs. Then there would be no second jobs, no secret payouts from companies.
What do they get, about 85,000 a year? And that's the bottom line, is it?
84? Yes, you're not far off. 84. Apparently, we're hearing our ears. Then you would get a higher standard of MPs as well. I think if you are the constituent of an MP, well, we're all constituents of MPs, but do you have a view about whether your MP is fully committed to you as a constituent? Have you tried to get in touch with your MP but found that they're busy doing other things? Perhaps they are a cabinet minister, or perhaps they're accepting $10,000 a day. We have a Twitter poll on this. You can vote in it, and we will be debating that this morning.
Okey-dokey.
Now, it's just coming up to 6 minutes past 6. Our main news this morning, people begging on Britain's streets will be targeted as part of the Prime Minister's proposals to crack down on antisocial behaviour.
Yep, Rishi Sunak is going to unveil a series of new powers to deal with people who are said to be causing the public distress. Now, this move is part of a wider crackdown on crime, which includes a ban on laughing gas. So we're going to get more on this.